And that's because Nuke, Overpass, and Vertigo are going to be taking her place. Speaking of which, we miss you, Sarah. See you soon.
Let's go. Let's get into the action. It's a best of 3. We've already had a bit of Nuke earlier on today, but I wanted just some more. I don't think we quite got our hunger satisfied, Trace. Heretics, well, they are here providing a bit of a meal, a buffet outside, and it's Lecro on the chopping block. He's going to be the first man down and out of this round, and Heretics do try and cross towards Secret. No one stopping them. Some pot shots fired, but nothing connecting, and we have these Frenchmen down towards B.
Yeah, running shoes on, and only Plopsky to get past here down at the B bomb site, but this guy is going to look to try and throw a bit of a spanner in the works, an infamous move. Plopsky, here he is, toolbox out, but oh, XMS gonna best him right away. Bomb now planted, and retake has to come through for NIP. Lucky is still lurking over here towards outside, just to make things that much more problematic. No, not great, but he has at least denied this retake from Nuke. He's kept him outside, and that's left Twist effectively alone at the B bomb site. Nuke only just arriving, and Nevera shuts him down. Heretics gonna lock in the pistol here.
Kind of what we forecasted. We knew that the Heretics were going to get a front in the series. We knew that they had a good chance at it, and I'd say it's pretty much good as done, Hugo.
Yeah, let's pack it up. Let's go home, Trace. I mean, take the wig off and get out of here. No, of course not. NIP, they're going to be forcing. They want to make this one competitive, and they want to do it early on as well. I love it when you have those outside lurks that really stall players out, like Lucky there. Keeps Nuke, really, just with his attention diverted to the outside area, delaying the retake.
Okay.
Words are hard, Trace. I'm going to need some water in me. Right now, Heretics, they're swimming in gold. You guys cool, or do you want me to call security?
If you just still take off the wig and the glasses so we can watch the game. I can't take you seriously,
I'm out of here.
Oh, my God. Anyway, well, this has been a good bit of fun, but back to business as we go.
Fired now as we look into the second round.
I hope, God, I hope Apollo isn't watching. Sean Clark, I hope that guy isn't watching right now. Man, he'd be really ashamed of us. Hugo, say anything in your own defense if you're here and you can. Nope.
Well, there we go, man. No defense from Hugo.
All right, we're going to continue to move forward. XMS has got that leeway down towards Secret, and Plopsy's going to be there to help him. But, of course, the Bison rings out, and that's not a weapon that we often talk about. It did get a little bit of a buff there in the recent patch.
Yeah, and we've actually seen it get picked up more as a result. It feels a lot more viable now. And, with the increased armor penetration and those 64 bullets that it gets to possess in that oh-so-powerful magazine of his, it's a pretty scary gun to run into. It's like a very mobile Negev is almost how it feels. And in this round, we do get to see the Bison showing up in spades. A third kill for XMS in this round. Lecro all alone. They do say it's lonely at the top, and he's got to ascend there in this clutch. Sadly, doesn't get much further than Kiyoshima, who causes him a bit of a problem. 2-0 there for Team Heretics, and an eco to follow for NIP.
Yep, never fun. It's where these SMGs can come into even further use. Obviously, the Bison was upgraded at the end of that round, so we don't get to see any more of it, but the MAC-10s, well, they're raring and ready to go. Eco kills right in front of them. Ramp stack for NIP on this full eco. They put 4 players there early before one will rotate back towards that top site. Heretics looking forward as well. There's a man in the hut. If they get a player out into A and get 1 kill, the round's done, because Heretics will be able to bring the bomb fairly quickly. NIP won't have the players here to stop them. And Lecro's got one of the 2 upgraded pistols in this round, holding onto the door. Oh, very lucky. Not that he knows it. And, well, Lucky on the other side will just avoid that fight.
Unlucko. But it's Lecro that we're looking at here. He does get hit and also spams back on Amaka. That just does not seem fair whatsoever. But they're going to have a field day with that one over on Reddit. Nonetheless, Lecro holds his ground on top of the hut. just some pistols here for Nip, and they've done a pretty good job so far. Under a minute left on the clock. Lecro poised for some more kills here. They're going to run out. They've got to take him by storm, and they do just that. Lucky with the charms. And he's able to take the site with ease.
Sugar, Spice, all things nice. Keo, he's got full of them, and he's got 3 frags in this round presenting themselves to him. He'll take them all, Trace. It's no problem for Kiyoshima as Heretics go up 3-0. Now the business is done. Now the boring rounds are over. Now we get to the action, the meat and potatoes, and the AWP out for Twist as well into this round. Won't be met with one on the other side. Maka might have had it, but he loses everything in the last round through the wall of the hut. So money isn't his strong suit, and Heretics will have to build it up as they move forward.
Yeah, that's what we're looking towards. Harry Russell now with a sideline report. Harry, what's going on down on the field?
Well, I'm standing here on the outside yards of Nuke, Trace, and the smokes are raining over now. It's all looking rather chaotic here. Over to you in the studio.
Yes, thank you very much, Harry. That's right. We can see that server conditions are palpable. You can even cut it with a butter knife if you tried. Emperor Palpatine nowhere in sight to do the ceremonial cutting, which ultimately leaves us here.
I want to go to one of your birthdays, Trace. I want to see that cake.
It's lit.
Yeah.
Is Team Heretics getting themselves some secret control? And it's no secret that they've got this control now, as Plopsky is in position, ready to try and lock it down. That Molly will hold Team Heretics back. They're going to decide against the secret drop and instead try and go back here towards outside. But there's a little twist in the action. And here he is in the action, shutting down one. It is that guy's name I just said. And now he's going to go up here towards heaven, looking for a kill outside. And of course, not offered yet a kill outside. Now going to reposition over onto the rafters. They are sneaking up into heaven. Twister's got to watch out for this. And he will look back. Starting to watch out for this now.
It's like realism casting. We've tried minimalism, now it's like Twist. Going for the kill, does not get the kill. Popsky will. It's Kiyoshima all alone. 20 seconds here, and NIP might be putting their first round on the board. Not really much Kyo can do about it. He may be 6-0, but he's got to keep that scoreline going, I guess, with NIP holding on to all their weapons.
Yep, all the marbles. For the ones that we've lost up here, they've certainly found them in the server. And that's going to be the first round for Nip, as Hugo outlined. Here's an intel moment that delivers. A moment of brilliance, even. Twist with that plot twist. He finds himself some nice kills. The AWP, Plopsky there to help him out. So all in all, Nip trying to tidy up the ship, make it look a little bit more clean after what was a 0-3 start. Now they're back in the game. But weapons still in the game for the Heretics. Speaking of Heretics, is that kind of itchy, Harry?
This is just my real hair, Trace.
Oh.
But yeah, very. And now down through the vents. Lucky does get naded on his descent. But Maka, he was lucky in that he did not. He got down. Bomb still dropped back at the vent side. XMS making his presence known over here towards outside. Maka still a threat. Down on B, but remedied by Plopsky, no less. Rez now returned onto by XMS, and it's still a duel over here outside. Plopsky gonna discover, guys, I've actually got the bomb down
I don't know if he
here.
saw it though.
Yeah, it looked like he ran over it and like didn't see it.
Now it might be on the it might be on the mini map. They might have that info, but there's a world where NIP don't know that the bomb is right behind them. Oh, won't matter anyway.
Yeah, catching out Plopsky. Now secures this B site for the Heretics. They're going to try and get in. And once you get in, then you can look to get down.
I like the idea that Maka had, not Maki. That's lucky. I'm mixing the names, but you know, he gets the B bomb site under control. He drops a bomb in decon. He tries to fight B. He doesn't want to plant there because if he plants and he dies, NIP just defuse, and his team are nowhere to be seen. Only one man made it down the vents in the first place. It's like he got grenaded. So. Yeah, I mean, Mac doesn't actually even get anything done there, but what he does do is force rotations down towards that lower site, which give Heretics the room outside. They convert it through the secret, and NIP have to save a couple of guns here as Heretics run away 4-1 on this T side. There's weapons saved in CT spawn, no one chasing them down. NIP will at least get away with guns, but that was their first rifle round going their way, and straight reset coming from Heretics a second later.
And as Harry once said, we get up to get down. Of course, in this matchup, it's Ninja Pyjamas that find themselves now at a little bit of a deficit after having lost that last round. Just as Hugo had sort of summarized and outlined, now we're looking at some financial hardships over there for Nip. But they're still going to have guns, it seems. So everything I've said is actually a lie.
No, yeah, but you still make a good point, right? Like, the financial side of it is definitely something that's very much on the horizon. Now, Macket, not the nade of the century there, and that has led to a big pile-up of utility over towards the door.
It's traffic.
Maybe crosstown traffic here. Macket set up over on the other side of the squeaky door. Of course, unbroken. Oh, actually, it is broken.
Now the traffic's done. It's weather with Harry at 9.
Yes, we had rain earlier on, but now the skies are clear.
Thank you, Harry.
In the studio.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Knock here from the side of Secret. We're going to keep our eyes here on the Ninjas of Pyjamas, a full focal point of one of these matchups this evening, and being the last one. Heretics also on the other side of that focus. Now you can see they threw a lot of utility outside. That's a little bit of a diversionary tactic. Some deception is on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. The Heretics have thrown a ruse. They are in the lobby. It's all a lie, Nip. And since that squeaky door is blown off now, well, now things can start to get freaky.
Oh, no.
Bad flash there won't make a difference. Mac is going to be able to find Rez inside of the hut. XMS is out into the site, but they are going to be here to respond. Plopsky drops down from heaven. He has a lineup of ages, but it's lucky to get him quickly traded out. Just twist and knock, and they don't look to be knocking on heaven's door anytime soon.
No, more like stuck in purgatory. They can't see a thing. They don't know if they're right or wrong. They don't know if they're up or down. And right now, it's Heretics who are in a commanding lead in this game.
Boot, scoot, boogie.
Yes. Sometimes Trace, I'm glad Harry's here with me, because sometimes Trace will throw in these like American like pop culture references that I would definitely get if I was born in the States, but I wasn't, so I don't. And me and Harry just sit there.
I totally get it.
Yeah, no, a lot of the time I do. A lot of the time I also don't.
That's from that one thing, you know, like it's really popular and
everybody knows it.
All the kids were doing it at that time. Like now they're flossing and stuff.
It's like Soldier Boy and then that.
I
so
get
it's
it.
like Boot Scoot Boogie, Soldier Boy, you, and then it's
Dun, dun, dun.
No copyright strikes here.
True. Yeah, I mean, I love that play from Heretics, right? They throw the fake outside smokes. They try and bait NIP. It does a good job. Nuke goes down vents. We have players in the wrong place, and NIP are relying on 2 top-side players. And when you go for those kind of rushes and you get the first kill, as Heretics, it just kind of steamrolls out of control. And NIP, they get smoked out of main. They can't come up with the vents because of Molotovs, and they just have to forego the round. Heretics continuing on this lead, continuing on this streak, and they're looking for more. Even spam through the door, doesn't connect to too much. Rez is going to be pushed back outside, and we do have the AWP in this round at least. It's Twist once again on the AWP, as he often is on Nuke over Nuke. The only map in the pool we really see him taking that primary AWP role so consistently, at least. More smokes, but this time Heretics, they're going to hide behind them. They're not going to use this as a ruse. They will be going down towards lower B, by the looks of things, with all 5 players in the yard. And Plopsky, he can flash for his teammate and set up Molotovs, but what are they really going to do to be able to stop Heretics here? It's deep smokes. It provides them even more room to move around that Molotov. It won't be a problem for them as they can creep close towards B. That's a great grenade. But Heretics don't want B. They're going to try and fight the garage. Nuke spotted them. He's done so much damage, but he's not converted a single kill with the flashbang going out for more. Kira's on the wraparound. He's caught Nuke looking the wrong way. Now it's the player on 2 who's leading the charge, looking to be traded is XMS. And that might indeed come through with Plopsky fighting from Hellside. He can't stay here forever, though. And Heretics, they don't have forever either. 30 seconds on the clock. XMS is wrapping upper.
And now no longer wrapping upper, thanks to Rez dealing with him. Heretics, they are stuck outside, which is not the place they want to be. 20 seconds left on this clock, and eventually a play has to come in towards one of these sides. Twist gets the info that this play is coming in towards the B side. He does deal with the first man on the cross, but the bomb has been able to get by. However, Lucky not living up to his name there as he takes one to the dome from Twist. NIP, they're able to salvage that second round. They get it on the board. I'm pretty thankful that they do, right? Because fair play to NIP in that round there. They really do a lot of damage with their utility over the wards outside. They manage to get everybody low. They deal with that play well from Heretics. They seem to have the read, and they will put a second on the board. With it, they've called this Heretics economy into question. And I say that, it's not like mega questionable, but they've made the decision to partial buy. And that's an interesting one, because they could have had rifles in this round. Now, I kind of like that. They've still got this lead, right? It's early in the first half of their map pick, and so they're prioritizing having everything they need into this follow-up round. Now, in this one, if they can just get away with some damage at like a bare minimum, it's still a good round for Heretics. They know that NIP's money isn't there. So if you even force, like 3 rebuys on the back of this investment, then you've done enough as Heretics.
Yeah, and I can imagine there are a couple questions out there, so let me just go ahead and silence you all in saying that Astralis versus Dignitas is at, and I'll wait while you open up another tab, twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO B. Meanwhile, Plopsky getting himself some nice eeks here in the ramp room.
Hungry.
And there's not much left of Heretics in this round, just Kiyashima and Naivera. And they're trapped even as it is. They can't go through ramp. I guess they could drop lower, but they can't go back to lobby. That's the end of that. So yeah, again, over on the B stream, Astralis Dignitas. They should be getting underway here shortly, if they're not already. I don't know why they wouldn't be already, but it's above my pay grade. So
we're on this game, Trace.
Yep.
And right now, boy, is it quite a game. NIP coming alive with a couple of rounds here, but that was by design, right? As Harry said, Heretics just taking a half buy to allow for it here.
The Heretics.
I mean, maybe if they send him some merch,
yeah,
he could
like
rebrand.
I'm willing to discuss it. I am. There's not much I won't do for free things.
All about selling out to the highest bidder, even if the bid isn't high.
Just has to be better than nothing. And well, Heretics, I don't know how to work that one in. So they're going to go over here towards outside with these same outside smokes getting dropped. These are the ones that allow you to cross close to main and garage and still try and take a foothold there. Now, that's something NIP seem like they've kind of started to get used to. And it really feels like they're trying to force Nuke to take these engagements when these fights come in outside. Now, Nuke not having the best game right now.
Oh my.
Man, everyone's missing utility today. Is everything okay?
It's Nuke, it's cursed. Did you see that Stanislaw Molotov in the 1-on-3 that would have forced a second overtime and instead clipped the decon door, didn't land on the bomb, and they lost the map and went to a third and also lost that against Gen G. That happened the other night, and that was a Molly and decon that clipped very similarly to how some of these grenades have been clipping for both teams in this game. Nuke is cursed. You heard it here first.
Nice. Nice.
Is this just a 4-on-5 save for NIP? I imagine they realize this one. Yeah, Twist has already run away. He wants nothing to do with this. NIP are hoping for lurkers, but Heretics have 5 players on that bottom bomb site, and NIP have no way to stop them. I like the idea, right? NIP kind of relied on you know, an advantage in that round when they flashed Nuke through the smoke to fight Heretics, but you know, all Nuke gets is the information, and at least he knows, okay guys, there's 5 dudes outside going B, and NIP just go, all right, let's gamble stack. If they go B, we save. If they go A, well, we have a chance. We have seen Heretics, you know, throw these smokes and not necessarily commit behind them or go in for, you know, rotate to top, keeping things fresh. And NIP, well, that one ain't fresh for them. They've just got to take it or leave it and buy back up in this round. Luckily, the money is there, but Heretics are building into this T side, and those are the rounds when you just give it away because of one kill not going your way. It doesn't feel good when, you know, those are rounds being given to the hardest half in Counter-Strike, the T side of Nuke, or at least as history would say. Would either of you argue that that's changed? Would we still say the hardest half in this game is T side Nuke? I can't think of another half that would be harder. Maybe T-side trained teams have been struggling on.
There's a potential that maybe something like CT Vertigo could be taking
yeah, no, you can argue
like that.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like a lot of the times that's kind of like the new map where we see sides really differentiate between 2 teams.
T-side Cobble, of course, a classic that we could never really truly write off from the T-sided woes.
That is one of the sick things about ESCA. They're currently running the old, good version of Cobble over there. We've been playing a hell of a lot of it, and I do miss that map.
Losing a hell of a lot too.
Winning some.
Winning some, losing others. You win as a team, and then you lose
and then you
because
blame
of
your
the
teammates.
Team, of course, that's how that works. Now, Team Heretics aren't looking to have that same mantra heading into this round, I'm sure, as they're setting up over here towards the lobby. They are going to look maybe to throw some of these outside smokes in just because they've set a bit of a precedent for that. And we do still have Keo floating over towards outside. He's got players there with him, so they might elect to do that later in the round. But right now, they're just holding. And yeah, now they drop these smokes a little bit later into the round, and actually it's going to be for Made trying to signal an A play here, our Team Heretics, and that's not where they look to end up. So what this has done is NIP, they've now really focused on this A site, anticipating that a fast play was about to come in. Ooh. And that didn't come in. And so Heretics, they go back to ramp, they throw some utility there, and now what that's done is Nuke, the guy who rotated him from outside into heaven to help at the A site, he's dropped down, he's gone towards ramp, and this gives a timing over to Maka to come in outside. I absolutely love that from Team Heretics, but this does leave them shy on time, and they can't afford to be shy. Luckily enough, Maka and Keo have secured this A bomb site, and now it all falls onto Twist in a 1v3.
I love that look from Maka. That was excellent stuff. We saw Nico trying to do a lot of that for FaZe back in the previous map on Nuke in the previous series. Of course, he got shut out a couple of times by Godsent. FaZe certainly didn't. And Maka won't in this round. He comes in the wrap, he gets Nuke. As you said, left heaven, went ramp because of the utility that the Heretics threw. I like the double fake as well, right? Pressure on A, then pressure on ramp. NIP over-rotate, and then they go back to A. And, well, you know, not only is there a backstab in there, but there's also one less player for NIP defending the site. So Heretics have been really, really good at getting NIP off of A. And that sometimes is what Nuke comes down to, especially in recent meta. We've been seeing more top site hits than ever before. And you know, so much of it is just if you know you can get one of those A players that is typically a triple and sometimes even quad setups there. If you can get one of them out of the site or to rotate lower or to leave main so you can smoke them off, you know, you can just take A for free, and those retakes can be so difficult. So Heretics have been focusing on doing a lot of that in this T side. They've been doing it to great work as well, dropping low with smokes, faking the smokes outside and going top site. In that round, faking ramp, just really keeping NIP on their toes. And 7 rounds on the T side is excellent work. How many more is the question? NIP are buying back in, but if they lose this round, they will be eco. And Heretics can build it even further. Could be worrying signs for the Swedes.
But worry not. The timeout draws to an end even. We do look to get back into the server. And on that note, this half has really gone the way of the Heretics. Harry Russell reporting.
Yeah, and it looks like that might be set to continue, right? And one of the things we're going to look towards is these constant kind of monetary problems that NIP are going to continue to have until they start to chain together some CT rounds. They're not able to get the economy back under control, that it just might make a meal of them. In the same way that Maka has made a meal of this A bomb site. Keo and Lucky getting 2 kills between them in the blink of an eye. This round is very, very fast. And NIP once again might be forced to save. This is heartbreaking for the NIP squad. This T side is spiraling madly out of control. And NIP are no longer anywhere near the hope of getting back in that driver's seat, and already secured 8-3 half, and one that has the potential to just keep getting better for Team Heretics until they get stopped. And the problem is as well, right, all these rounds that have been picked up have felt so one-sided and have had so many players staying alive for the T side that they're not even anywhere near this same boat that NIP are in, where the money's just gone and you're stuck in like these horrible save, and then you partial buy around the guns, and then you lose the round, but you've saved a couple, so you buy again. And you know, you get to keep having a presence in the server thanks to this. But if you're not finding the rounds, and you're not actually taking a time to ever establish your own money, then this is kind of the beating that you are risked if you're at NIP.
That's a great point. And NIP, they have saved every round of this game since round 4. That was the first time they saved with 4 alive, and they've kept a minimum of 1 every single round since that point. You know, obviously winning 2 of those rounds, but all the others, saves on losses, which is good. It means that, you know, they know when to throw in the towel. They know when the round's done and they're getting guns out, like you said, but they aren't getting rounds and they are getting rolled. A quick pause for NIP in the previous round. Maka drops main off of spawn. That grenade missed again for Heretics. They can't afford to keep doing that. I love the pace of Maka. The reason this guy has been so exciting has been his AWP play. He's been so quick with that weapon, and we've not even seen it in this game, and Heretics are still storming the T side. That's even more exciting, you know, knowing we still have that later. So, NIP, they've got a lot to do here, and they've got to do it sooner rather than later. Twist, he's got that AWP and he's in secret. This is a great position. Deep outside smokes again for Heretics. They are going to be fighting this position, but they have been volleying it more often than not. So will Twist be the bearer of bad news, or will he be the man pushed down by the utility? It's going to be the latter. You can, of course, reaggress after that, but the question is, are Heretics going to be throwing players down into that position? Or are they going to go again for one of these wraps? That's a great flash. It forces a shot. It forces a molly. They know the AWP is on B, and Heretics have no interest in hitting that lower site after hearing that information.
And now they're anticipating as well that outside is going to be that much easier to gain control of with an AWP that was usually here, now down in secret, making its presence known. And they might be right in that assumption. They deal with both players. They were ready for Nuke, and they get the trade onto Plopsky. So now with outside control taken, it might just be another heaven wrap for Team Heretics. Lucky's going to drop that bomb down before he departs and takes up this position over in Heaven's side.
But Heretics, no. They just molly off the hut. They're aware that NIP could and do have the lobby, and they're fine with them having it. Maka is just going to take fight. And Heretics, 10 seconds, buddies. You might want to get that bomb planted. They will. Nivera goes for it. Lekro can't stop that plant, but he can get the kill as Nivera comes off the bomb. He spotted a player in Heaven as well. Good info. Lekro's got the spray, but he can't get the second. That could have been a round for NIP, and instead it might just slip through their fingers. Twist in a 1-on-2, shot in the legs, and Maka will close it. 2 from him as well, and 9 for Heretics. This is a stunning T side of Nuke right now.
Yeah, if you're the Heretics, this is everything that you could have hoped for up to this moment. They're getting the rounds, they're getting the frags, and more importantly, NIP do not have an answer at this moment in time on their CT side. But surely will continue to tip the scales in favor of the Heretics. We look at it closing this half out even on double digits potentially for the Heretics, which is scary water for NIP.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics, they've got some scalps on this map, right? They've taken down Fnatic, they've been Cole, they've been Ents, Dig, all here on the road to Rio alone on Nuke. So, you know, NIP, they may be okay, they may be, you know, open to the idea of this map, but right now it is getting closed right in front of them.
They attempt the lobby crunch here, and it's not gone swimmingly. Lekro almost getting away with some damage there on the Dig, but he gets sent out from the lobby. Ramperum, a possibility here for Heretics, but they're pretty content with just holding right now, right? NIP have kind of already showed their hand in this round, right? You know that they don't have a buy. You know they were hoping to find some timings with the aggression to turn this in their favor, and that hasn't worked. So now if you're Heretics, you know that like this defense is going to be all jumbled up, all out of position. And so if you just sit and wait, you're probably going to catch a few more players moving around the map, maybe looking to try and aggress. When that doesn't come through, they do just group up. They hit this B site as 4. Perfect solution to this problem, right? The last thing you want is to be getting separated from one another, giving these weapons into the hands of the opposition. Now, Nivera does get caught there, and that will be an AK thrown over to Plopsky, but the immediate trade found from Maka. Sure, there is an equalizer from Lekro, and now another one. So at first, wasn't that exciting, but now it certainly is. Lucky is throwing into this clutch and swinging on out. It's Nuke to deal with him. These Deagles do pack a hell of a punch for NIP as they find a 4th round on the board on the back of it. And when you think about the kind of context of that round, Heretics, they had the read, they knew what was going on, they grouped up. Really, the ball was kind of in their court, but it's a couple of well-placed shots from Lekro and Plopsky that turned that entire round on its head and put a 4th on the board for the Swedes.
Yeah, a big round as well, right? When you win an eco like that, you get so much money, not just the cash that you saved, but you're expecting loss bonus and you get win bonus. So it's even more money. And NIP are rolling in it for the last couple of rounds of the half. At the very least, it's still going to be a fantastic T-side for Heretics, but double digits is now being brought into question. The AWP as well is in play for Maka, and it's been a long time coming. I'm excited to see if we get this head-to-head in the outside, but Twist hasn't been too keen on fighting aggressive. He is once again back up in heaven, focusing more on the cross than anything else. They can come mini, they can quick drop, but Nuke is watching for that.
Yeah, but Macas and company look to just head through outside like the drive-through itself. And now, set up for that take. Knock is going to have to back off just a little bit. And outside control has gone the way of Heretics.
Yeah, Garage taken by Keo, and he, or not Garage, rather, Secret taken by Keo. He's just going to sit here and look to cut off the rotations. I was kind of wondering, like, when and how did he get across to Garage? But now this one makes a lot more sense. And him and Plopsky. Plopsky's holding a pixel angle right now. If you think about a map like Inferno, right, where you can sit on the coffins and you can angle yourself so you get a pixel's worth of vision at Banana, this is a spot that's just for the information. And barely any of him will be visible. He can just duck left the moment he sees anyone, but he still gets information on if there's players there. However, there's not players there. You want to know where there are players? They're over here towards this A bomb site. Keo still holding on to Secret for these rotations, while the rest of the gang now look to take ramp room. So it's looking like it's going to be a B split here for the Heretics. Ooh. And Keo going to be able to come in late. Now, if you're Twist, you've seen a lot of players trying to get down towards ramp. And this makes Keo even more deadly because you don't have exact numbers and you're not going to be anticipating a player still in the yard. That bomb goes down with seconds to spare. Twist coming in on rotation, deals with Nevera, but there's an equalizer. Ooh. It goes left and right, and once again, it's Lekro having to deliver a double kill to get NIP into the swing of this retake. Now, Keo's done a lot of damage onto Twist, and Twist, able to hit that shot the second time around, has just about saved the day for NIP. A fifth on the board now for the Swedes. It feels like they're finally starting to find their footing. As it has come down to a few big individual performances. It's a bit of a shame, because Twists and Lekro, and I'm trying to think of the other guy now, Plopsky, there we go. They're all fragging. This three-man little unit looking really good in Lekro, Plopsky, and Twist. But Rez and Nuke having a pretty rough game. Now, Rez, he's someone who we sometimes see drop off a bit, right? And you can kind of afford that to him. But Nuke, I want him to be firing on all cylinders, because this double AWP potential between him and Twist, especially with Vertigo as a third map, I feel like that's something that's going to be instrumental to their success.
Yeah, XMS in the last round, well, he dies here, but he has really good prioritization of that bomb plant. There were 5 seconds left. He runs into B with his smoke down and bomb in hand, goes straight for the plant. So good work there. He's going to die in this one, but so will the rest of NIP. Maka finding entries down on lower. Nevera is coming in late from Silo, and Nuke's pushed outside, so it's a free kill that he was ready for. He hears the footsteps, and Silo, well, it pays off for him. 3-on-2. Rez and Lekro separate on the other sides of the map, and neither of them on A. Heretics make the right read, they make the right call, and they walk silently into this site. Rez is coming in close, but that smoke, he throws it. He doesn't think they're in A. They are already ahead of this one, and Rez has realized the hard way. Molotov down in the vents, they have got him smoked off in main, and it's the last round of the half. Rez has got to go for it, but he's also got to wait for his teammate to get into position. Lekro looking to come in from the lobby. They both have utility.
Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of room to change up the setup here if you're in the side of NIP. Getting back in this bomb site just isn't on the cards. That 10th round just a few seconds away from here from the Heretics. And they're going to grab it just like that. Double digits for the Frenchmen. And we're going to be going to a quick break. When we come back, some more Nuke action between the Heretics and the Ninjas of Pyjamas. You're watching the ESL 1 Road to Rio.
up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside. Stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said
And they say you want to be somebody. Well, you are somebody, don't worry. Especially here at the Rodeo to Rio. We are on our way on the path that takes these teams into the major itself, the one that had been rescheduled to later in this year, which we are keeping our eyes and ears on. For the time being, though, it's the Heretics that are putting a screamer on the Ninjas in Pyjamas.
They are indeed, and NIP, this is not where they wanted to be. 5 down at the end of the first half and moving into the harder side. The pistol is truly a necessity. Those GG bet odds, however, have quite flipped. They are still in the favor of NIP, but only just for the best of 3 series. We'll see if that is just, as NIP set up for this top site play. It's a fast one, missed shots from XMS, and you can't afford to miss those. Dear, oh dear, the Glocks overwhelm the USPs inside of the site, and Nivera from above has to put up a bit of a fight. He's dropped the bomb at the very least. That will stall the plant as NIP are in a 2-on-2. Nivera just trying to hold off as his teammate in main is unable to get a fight, unable to get a pick. Keo falling off as well. They should know both players are inside of A. No kit currently, but one is dropped to the back of the bomb site, and that's exactly where the plant is coming through.
Yeah, with this bomb down, it creates a little bit of an interesting dilemma. Perhaps Kiyoshima can figure out the problem. Nivera there to help as well. And towards the back of the site, Lekro on 1 HP, sneeze on him and he's out. The main problem now is Twist on 70. Lekro's out of the picture and just Twist left to defend this bomb. 1-on-2, they're gonna get a smoke out there somehow, some way. He's got a wrap all the way back around, knowing that he's coming through the squeaky door. There's simply no way that he was gonna stop that one. They did go off the defuse, but they should have it.
Kit's right there. The kit is right there. I was going to say they got on it without the kit, but there it is. Yeah, Kyo's going to steal it from the feet of Nivera.
I'll be taking that.
Yeah, I was worried, man, because they got on the defuse in a 2-on-1 without the kit. And I was thinking, like, you know, this lobby wrap is a waste of time initially, but when I saw it was 10 seconds, or there was a chance for Twist, it won't go his way.
XMS stays alive inside of that site for so long, it's kind of unbelievable. That happens to me, I get first bulleted, it's done. I never even shot. He's basically on his second magazine trying to shoot at the opponent. It's just like, okay, I guess. Nip calling a tactical timeout after losing a pistol round. Obviously so. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the B stream in the meantime. You also note that Contact taking on North. And of course, North with 1 map up and Contact with 1 map up there on the board. So a series that is also on Nuke. But of course, welcome back here to what is Ninjas Pyjamas taking on Heretics.
Yeah. Yep. You've nailed it, Trace. 11-5, Team Heretics. able to find that pistol and get it under their belts pretty swiftly. Now, this is where things get interesting. And IP, they've thrown caution to the wind as they go for a force buy here. 3 AKs in play. And it's a decision that could make or break Nuke for the Swedes. Bison over on XMS. Let's see what he's trying to do with that. He's up on top of the hut with it. And this is actually a pretty great spot for the Bison. It's the same reason that we sometimes see the top hut players take dual Berettas. The extra ammo count definitely going to come in handy up here at the top of the hut.
If anyone tried to drop vent with that smoke, you know, you could easily spam it forever. Twisty spams a smoke. Lucky was playing a one-way above the railing. He will get found out. Nivera with a USP right now. He's going to switch out to the MP9 as he spots him come his way. The scout pushed back as well. And Nivera's got to hold his own on his own. One killed, make it a double. That's a good bit of damage there as NIP head into the lower site. Luckily, all 3 of these AKs on full HP. So Nivera took out the players really without armor or anything to play with. So right now, is exactly where the ninjas want to be, on that lower site, getting a plant twist on a wraparound from ramp, and he could backstab all 3 players here from Heretics if he comes in late. If he comes in early, well, that's what happens. Kio's ready for him. Of course, twist wasn't to know the timing. It's left Lecro and Rez on the defense.
Yeah, what can they do? What can they offer to this one? Rez will put up a kill here onto Kio, trying to close the distance as XMS, and Rez with a missed spray. Tag from Maka, jumping Bison, and with so many bullets, there are so few problems for XMS. Defuse going to come in at 12 on the board now for Team Heretics.
Did Maka pull out a deagle and tag him through the box?
Scout.
Really? He had an M4 in his hands?
Yeah, he traded it after taking the shot.
I was going to say,
he spammed the corner, caught the damage, changed out to the M4 that was dropped at ramp.
That was a scout.
And allows XMS to get the kill.
It did like 40 damage.
Cool. Yeah, you love to see it. And IP now relegated back down to these pistols. A bomb plant at least allows a little bit more investment to come through behind them. This is where Heretics, if all goes to plan, should be going up 13-5.
Yeah, and all has gone to plan right now. I mean, you know, the scoreline alone should tell you the story, but the way the Heretics have gotten here is impressive enough. On top of the box goes Maka. He doesn't check red, and he is dead. Lucky is indeed, as his name suggests, this time not killed through that one way, and will have to drop B. He's being hounded, he's being hunted, and he might want to get out of there alive while he still can. They're looking for the gun on top of the box, and, well, it hasn't been secured just yet. XMS stalls that out. He will get pushed through the smoke. Unfortunate timing. Lecro takes the top site, and here's one of the dangers here. NIP, do they play off the back of this? A is empty, A is open, and Kio is desperately trying to rotate back into the bomb site. Nivera has dropped in as well. He's in the rafters, so there is at least a defense here right now. Heretics have rotated in, and IP had a gap. They had a timing where they could have taken it. Now they need to go elsewhere in the 4-on-3. Will they come to regret not taking the A site while they had it? That's what I wonder. Let's see.
Creeping around. It looks like they might have their eye set on it after all, Hugo. They're going to wrap towards hell, it seems, and send some players down into secret. Lucky. Will he be that? He's got a pretty good angle here, posted up. They're going to let Nuke go first. Not having a belter of a game thus far, but guess what? There's a good trade there. Rez is able to make some use out of it. And that's not it. That's not all she wrote. Twist. Just an ambush in the vents here. Nivera falls, and that leaves just Kiyashima. 1-on-2. Very low. Rez and Twist. Certainly a losable round here for the Ninjas of Pyjamas. What will Kio do? 12 HP. He's got a kit. He's got an M4. Done a little bit of a death cam fake there. And now he's going to look his way back towards the control room. Oh, panic spray there. Not really meaning to shoot the fire extinguisher. But of course, sometimes these things do happen. Let me also remind you that it is not only Taco Tuesday. Guess what else it is, guys? Not even a pop culture reference.
Don't know.
Cinco de Mayo, hello.
Oh, there we go.
When you have Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo at the same time, come on, man.
It's too easy. It's on a plate.
I haven't even had a taco. That'd be nice.
We'll have to change that later on, but we have got some taco shells in right now, Trace.
Maybe I'll just be a Shelly of my former self.
There you go. That works as well. No meat required.
Get it if you want it.
Oh. Well, you love it, you eat it. And lucky, he's taking a bite out of Popsky in this round. Maka's pushed up. There's no way they're ready for this. Maka with the AK and the kill. Twist does get a kill before Maka drops him, but that's still a 4-on-3 to Heretics, and they still have the ramp room and info towards it. Nevera looks away all the time. He's going to have to be pushed down towards the lower site. As long as he stays alive down here, things should be fine. But NIP have now been grafted a pathway towards hell if they want. It would be safer than B, which is currently full of CTs, but they're going to go for it anyway.
Oh dear, this AK of Maka in position, has a crossfire set up with Nevera. And they could look to do a lot of damage here between the two of them. 45 seconds, NIP, they don't have all the time in the world to work with, and the Molotov allows them to deal with the first man. Now, are they ready for Maka? Hidden in the window room. They're certainly not at the first look. Nuke gets the full brunt of that. The trade comes through from Lekro. Keo, armed with only the Deagle here, gets some chip damage off onto Lekro, but not enough to find the kill. Bomb still denied here. That bomb plant yet to come through, but it is inside of the site. Looking to get planted. The door swings, and now that plant gets denied again. Molotov comes in. Rez still can't get this bomb plant. Look at what he's been left with. Yeah, all right, I'll just plant it here, I guess. Hope I don't die. Oh, well, I died. And that's all they gave him. That's all they gave him down on B. Yeah. NIP not able to find that round, and a 13th on the board for Team Heretics. They play that perfectly on this CT side.
Yeah, Heretics are on one right now. They've got smooth fundamentals. It looks like they've got the game plan that they want, and they're actually applying it. Now, you can practice all day if you're on one of these teams, and it can go extremely well, and you can win every scrim. But then, if it doesn't translate in the server, then what the hell is the point, Hugo?
Yeah, the officials, that's a whole nother ball game. Everything goes out the window, and, you know, just because things may be working in prac trace, well, reality is a little more brutal than that, as NIP are learning. One round in this entire half, and it immediately reset by Heretics, who took Eco into that round. They put money in it, of course, as you should, but Keo had a Deagle, and he was still able to get that retake rolling. 21-8 right now on Keo, and that's so great to see, man. What a resurgence it's been for this dude. What a story, what a history and a career he's had inside of this game. From the top to, well, I don't want to say the bottom, but to NA, which is pretty, you know, uneventful. And then back to Europe and in an up-and-coming team. And right now they're about to take a map away from NIP. Their road to Rio has been great so far, and it's looking to continue.
Yeah, you are correct. Well, let's see what they've got planned. They're running out of rooms to run in here, at least on the side of Nuke.
Yeah, and you know, if we remember back to a game that I tried hard to forget, NIP versus Astralis on Nuke, right? We remember the way that the T side went for NIP there, right? Where they kept getting this outside control, and then it felt like once they got it, they didn't really know what to do with the outside control, right? And you know, like, fair enough, you're up against Astralis, a team that wreck on this map, but here, Heretics are looking very, very comfortable again. And we're seeing more and more of NIP just going back to this standard outside control, and it having a very mixed bag of results. Now here, Nuke gets a very important trade or equalizer onto Lucky. Lekro, in the meantime, has dealt with a player at the A site. I think an important change here for NIP is that when we saw them in that Astralis game, there was a real focal point towards outside, and they were never able to hold on to lobby. So Lekro feels like he's been entrusted with that responsibility this time around, and he's doing a very good job, rising to the occasion. Now, they do deal with him on this push. That's not going to negate everything I just said, though. Lekro able to get one, and that's far better than in the past for NIP. So now, eyes set at the B-bomb site. They try and get down here with two players. Nevera has moved into position. 20 seconds on this clock, and that bomb's going to go down. They try and get it into the site, and that might be their downfall. Nuke is a long way away, having to rotate down, and now this has given time to Nevera to get set up. 14 on the board for Team Heretics.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about that NIP Astralis game, and you know, the sad part is this. We're looking at Nuke's stats right now. They're not the prettiest. He's 2-15. Against Astralis, he goes 24-19. So, just a contrast here. I guess that means that the Heretics are better than Astralis, guys.
Well, I mean, in this map right now, things are going their way. I don't know if I'd make that, you know, jump, Trace, but you're more than welcome to.
Well, I didn't necessarily...
They did get 2-0'd by Astralis the other day, so I mean, like, you know, proof ain't in the pudding.
Yeah, who really likes pudding anyway?
Me? Is that okay? right now, this is excellent work for Heretics. And yeah, okay, you talk about Nuke, 2 and 15, not a great position, but remember, he's the AWP player on all the maps except Nuke. So when we see him on this map and we see him struggling, you do have to remember he's not in his most comfortable, you know, position. The fact that he feels so against this map that he would offer up his role to another player.
See, I don't know, man. I look at it more like Nuke's just having a bit of a rough game.
Oh yeah, I agree. Obviously, yeah.
No, yeah. But like in that Astralis game, he was a real driving force for this NIP squad. So, you know, I think it more just boils down to like the who feels like they can offer more in the AWPing role on each map. And, you know, we do definitely see them divided out and occasionally AWPing together on maps that allow it. Nuke, not really one of the ones that allow it. Lucky, well, living up to his name, does deal with res, catching a timing, but also catching a bullet from Nuke with this scout outside. However, the return is in, and Maka with a triple puts 15 on the board for Team Heretics.
Return of the king, and that is Maka right now with some of the shots he's hitting. He may not be top of the server, top of the board, but he's certainly having the rounds that we need from him. Of course, Kirishima still leading the charge here for Heretics, as you would like to see.
I think as well, right, like for Heretics, the timing on picking up a guy like Kyo is great, right?
Yeah.
Like he is always been around in the French scene and obviously, you know, was identified as the problem some time ago. However, I feel like his hunger to compete has always been there, right? And now you've got someone with a wealth of experience, who's very, very driven to kind of bring the head up on this squad, and then you put a bunch of guys around him who can offer some big numbers in the server.
Yeah, it's cool to see, you know, Lucky and XMS still finding success after their stints in other French teams, right? So that's a cool talking point as well, but we'll get to it later because Heretics might be about to close this map out. Nuke doesn't want it to happen. He finds 2 kills in this round so far. Kyo just darts back, but might have been spotted there. Nuke looking for more. XMS on the wraparound. Great timing as he pushes through the main smoke. Nuke's found him though. He is on a tear. He has come alive. We said his name and he is performing in the server. 4 kills in this round and Lucky is all that stands here for Heretics. Nuke might be denied the ace considering how far Lucky is at this point. But we'll see where NIP look to take the bomb. A would be a safe decision. They have that heaven wrap available. Nuke is taking it and once he does, that should be the round done. Lucky probably will just save.
Yeah, they're very cautious about it. Obviously, Nip in their approach, they are on map point on the Heretics side, so you can't get too aggressive. Just throw it all the way there at the very end. 7 for Nip, 15 for Heretics.
Could go in the last 10 seconds.
Really dig deep there.
Yeah, I like, you know, that's, I'd be all for that, right? You got kit smoke, yeah, you got everything. You got time, and you got the round lead to throw away your gun and not have to worry about it.
You won't.
No balls.
Come on, Lucky. Show us why you called it. Let's go.
No, called it.
Rip. We tried.
Yeah.
We tried to talk him into it, guys. We really did, but just wasn't having any of it.
It probably
wouldn't have
worked.
It makes a lot of sense, really. Money's not great for Team Heretics, and the last thing you want is, you know, even if you still pick up this game, right, the last thing you want is to let this NIP squad feel like they've come into this series, at least on a few key players, namely looking at Nuke, right, feeling a little bit quiet. And in that round there, Nuke steps up massively, takes down 4. You don't want to be in this position where you let NIP grind this game out, get it close, and all start to feel like the momentum was going back into their favor, moving into this second map. That is the last thing you want if you're Heretics. You want NIP to remember this game as a real beatdown. And right now, that's not maybe how things are looking to end up, because Nuke goes aggressive outside and he finds success on the back of it. Another kill for Nuke. This guy was bottom of the board in a very big way a matter of rounds ago. And suddenly, in the last 2 rounds, he has just risen up the rankings, putting round after round on the board for NIP. And he's looking to keep it going. XMS is coming in on this very, very fast flank from Lobby, and he could tear the round apart on the back of it. Almost a kill onto Twist, almost a follow-up to the 2 kills he'd already grabbed in this round. And this now leaves Maka in a 1v2, but not an undoable 1v2. You look at the HP on NIP, and it's not great. There's a kit to his right, which Maka hasn't elected to pick up, instead trying to take a fight inside of the bomb site while he's got it available to him. It's Nuke in heaven that should make this round nigh on impossible. Unless Nuke takes a bit of an overzealous peek into this bomb site and gives a kill away, which he's not looking to do. Twist has the crossfire set up, and NIP, they'll put an 8th on the board. Still need 7 in a row to get this one to overtime. Still a ways away from getting it done. But I do think the fact that Nuke has gone from being invisible, you know, from 0 to hero here for NIP, that's going to bode well for them, not just in this map, but look into the future.
Yeah, 7 kills in 2 rounds, back to back. And it's the manner in which he gets those kills, right? Just charging yard and getting entries. Those are the frags that NIP would love. And, well, he's full of them. More smokes outside. Let's see if Nuke goes on another tear, or if anyone does here for NIP, is they're going to need that continuously to keep this game afloat, to keep it alive. Letcrows drop Lucky through the door towards Mini, but no one going to pounce off the back of that. I like it from NIP. Slow down the pace, set up, and ready to commit. Keo's pushed. Oh, Twist wasn't looking. He wasn't ready. Maybe caught staring at the timer or the map. And Rez, he's found a trade at least. Nevera's gone. Keo's still in the hut, or the lobby rather, and Lecro will rid him of it. NIP holding a 4-on-2. This rifle round getting fed by Heretics. Just 2 players left. XMS lone on B is gone, and it's the AWP on A that will find a tag, but nothing more.
Ooh. Oh, style points for Maka, but surely no more. Oh, style points for Maka, and he's looking. Oh, another one. Nah, not the third.
Would have been cool.
That would have been cool, right? But instead, it's not cool, Maka. Nice try, though. Now, obviously, that was sick, man. He gets away with 2 no-scopes back-to-back. So even have the confidence to go for it is nuts in and of itself.
Yeah, this has got a form of overtime of a smell. Not sure what smell that is exactly,
know
but
what sentence that was either. Those were words, and it was sentence length.
there were words strung together composing of letters.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
And now, of course,
Looking towards outside we go. Heretics, they've been struggling over at this side of the map. NIP have really been sticking it to them outside. In particular, Nuke, who they've just let off the leash. They've set him free. The hellhound of NIP. Into the front lines he goes, trying to sniff out trouble, and he might have found some over here towards heaven and hell.
you need a tissue, man?
That was just me sniffing, but
Oh, okay.
I really went for it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of going for it, Nip have absolutely no choice but to go for it here. But it's just pistols on the other side that are trying to stop them and slow them down. So, again, we find ourselves wearing tracksuits at 11 p.m. in one room together.
Would you be more comfortable if we were not wearing tracksuits in the room together?
It's his preference.
No,
Well, the A-bomb
I
site
said anything about that.
taken for NIP. Now, Team Heretics, I'm not saying that they're going to come in on this lobby flank, but that's certainly what it's looking like right now. All 5 of these boys grouped on up, ready to go in. Letcrow is looking for his highlight clip. That's not highlight worthy, but Twist maybe. I mean, these are anti-ecos, so not ever really worth it, but still, they managed to mop it up. 3 for Twist, 2 for Letcrow, and a 10th on the board now for NIP. A few rounds ago, I was saying, if you're Heretics, the last thing you want is for NIP to start to warm up into this game. Well, now, a couple of rounds later, NIP, they've warmed up into this game.
It's a bit of a worry, isn't it? 4 in a row for NIP. Heretics still holding this lead, but just looking to take it over the line. Well, the double AWP is out and about. Maka and Nevera going for him. Let's see what we've got from these AWPs here. As I imagine one will go straight towards the yard. That will be Maka. Nevera takes his ramp side as well. No early picks going the way of NIP for a change. Lucky trying to avoid death. Will drop down the vents very loud. He stalls it out to at least NIP stop spamming the smoke, but Keo actually does right back, and they try and hit the top site to no avail. Rez in a fight with Kiyoshima, who can't get out of the corner, and Rez will find that frag. Lucky comes right back up the vents, and he almost doubles down. Rez on the 7, Twist holding the line. The fake plant is in. Maka trying to force a kill. This would be massive. Twist is low as well, but he gets away out and about in the 1-on-2. Nevera has to do it all. They're both within 1 bullet of death, but he's got no armor.
Yeah, this is... Oh, no! That's still recoverable, I guess. Nevera looking for it, flashed, and now can't see anything. Still trying to... Oh, nearly and he gets it the second time
You
around.
don't need the AWP, mate.
Don't
It's
even need to
GG.
save that Nevera, mate, because the game is over. The defuse comes on in, and Team Heretics, they get Nuke in the bag. They're going to go 1-0 up in this series after they take their map pick away from the side of NIP. But we've still got more Counter-Strike yet to come. You're going to have to join us after a quick break to see the remainder of this series.